Baltimore City overnight reached 300 homicides for the 5th straight year. With that comes trauma on personal and public scales. Paul Gesser reports for WJZ. Survivors mark their loved ones at memorials citywide.
Gregory Riddick Sr. gets off the 54 bus every few weeks.
Well, he's gone physically, but spiritually he's still here.
To return to the corner of Hartford Road and Homestead Street.
There's still people who live in the neighborhood and know who he is.
Here, in the Chum neighborhood of Northeast Baltimore, his son was shot and killed.
Little Greg, that's what they called him.
Little Greg, killed 3 years ago next month.
Yeah, on December 10th, yeah.
Gregory carries a piece of his son with him, but this is where he pays tribute. Memorials like Greg Jr.'s shower the city.
You see them today, tomorrow, some of them gone, you know. All up and down the avenue, you see the teddy bears.
When people drive by, they recognize it. They see that something devastating happening in their community.
They are scattered and tattered.
All over the place.
Across Baltimore's landscape.
People still are heard about it, and he will never be forgotten.
Memorials span from Northwest. This one for Maurice Bram. He died in 2016.
To let him know he'll never be forgotten. He will live on through us. His children will know.
To East Baltimore.
Right here they go when they was younger.
A shrine for friends Malik Hall and Tony Austin. Jerome P. was friends with both.
Long live Tony and Malik.
Their corner is covered with bottles, balloons, and banners.
I miss him, I ain't gonna lie, I miss him. I just wish I can go back.
It's the pictures covering a light pole Jerome likes most.
Come up here, look at the pictures, think about all the times we had. Memories, that's all it is, memories. That's all we have left is memories.
Also reminds us that a person was here. This particular individual was here. There's a family, there's survivors left behind every time there's a homicide committed.
Social work researcher Dr. Paulette Williams-Tillery says for every one person who was killed, there's at least 7 to 10 close relatives left behind. Secondary victims are impacted too.
And most of all, it impacts the community. So the community also mourns that individual that's been lost.
It's not just him. It's millions. You go everywhere. There's so many shootings going on in the city. It's crazy. Every other corner you go, it got balloons and memorials and teddy bears and drinks and stuff.
They are like urban tombstones marking society's failings. This block on East Lafayette is a metaphor for Baltimore's burial ground.
It's just love, you know? It's just showing love to somebody who's gone, you know, who's no longer here.
Memorials or markings for 6 people on one block.
Even though they gone, they always with us, forever.
Private loss felt publicly.
Losing someone to homicide is different. So that means that the family has to deal with it publicly. You know, we have the news cameras, right? We have the community that's also involved in this.
Balloons are seemingly used to mark death as often as they are to mark life.
Like it's unnatural. But here in Baltimore, it seems like it's natural.
Young children who are coming out and they see this and they know what it's about. Moving from post-traumatic stress to continuous trauma. They've been traumatized by that. So they're re-traumatized every time they see these things.
The anguish is on display in a city now with hundreds of victims taken each year.
It never goes away, the pain, the trauma of it.
Streets took them too fast for real. It wasn't supposed to be like that. Everybody knows it wasn't supposed to be like that. Good brothers, real good brothers.
And good sons.
I just don't want people to forget. You know, that he's not a number. You know, he's a soul, he's a person, he's a loved one.
He's loved. Malik's loved. Tony's loved.
We do it for them.
They're loved. In Baltimore, Paul Gesser for WJZ.